I fight for the kingdom so much. I'm not fighting for Oba Ewuare II. People should understand this. I want people to be very clear about it. With my deep knowledge, it is beyond a personality. I am fighting for the Oba of Benin.
Thanks for clicking on this channel. Please subscribe to Afo's blog history and click on the notification button so that whenever we upload a new video you will be notified. I am not fighting for Oba Ewuare II but fighting for Oba of Benin, says Mr. Izoduwa. Odionmwere is more powerful than Enogie in Benin Kingdom because the former existed before the latter. According to Mr. Izoduwa, Oba of Benin cannot remove any Enogie but he can only suspend them. To him, Oba of Benin is first before any other thing including himself. I am not fighting for Oba Ewuare II but fighting for Oba of Benin, he said. There is a difference between Oba Ewuare II and the Oba of Benin. The Benin Enogie want to be like Hassan Enogie so they can do whatever they want to do without anyone checking them. It will never happen in Benin Kingdom. Immediately, the Enogie get their independence from Oba of Benin, the Benin people will start beating them up because they will never again be respected. It is the palace that gives them the relevance and respect they enjoy presently. Oba of Benin is more important and popular than the state governor Oba Siki because outside Edo State nobody talks about Oba Siki but most traditional palaces outside Edo State talk about Oba of Benin. For example, in Rivers State, those traditional rulers talk about Oba of Benin and have Oba's pictures on the walls of their palaces. Some Benins were celebrating street lights the governor erected, the street lights the Benin Empire invented hundreds of years ago. Enogie are flirting with the governor who is a politician that has less than 2 years to go. To the Benins, Oba is the god they know. Please sit down and watch Mr. Izoduwa as he explains everything.
Which every Edo man and woman all over there very happy celebrate. Abi make we enjoy ourselves. We haven't read wine. We are happy people. We are not supposed to. It's already very unfortunate that at the time where the entire Benin people are supposed to be united, we are disunited. I've been uniting all the Benin people all over the world for the past 5 years. And if I see anything that go wrong with the Benin home, I'll be the first person to speak violently about it. Very violently about it. During the time of our last fight against the state government on the issues of artifact, when I became a fugitive in my own father's land, in my own mother's land, around every year when we are doing here. I remember my widowed mother called me. We also know your boy Ewuare. I told her that when I start giving birth, the first thing I will tell my kids, when I have, God forbid, but if it happens in the future, if it's Izoduwa, at any point in time in the future, ever have issues with the palace, choose the side of the palace. That is how I'm going to train my kids. The Oba of Benin first, before every other thing. Choose the Oba of Benin over me. That is how I'm going to raise my kids. And that's exactly what I told my mother. I choose the Oba of Benin over myself. It is a reality of who I am. My unallowed loyalty to the throne. People think I fight for Oba Ewuare II. That's because they don't know me. I saw a couple of videos that some certain person sent to me a few hours ago. That Oba Ewuare has placed me on the salary of 300,000. 300,000 is nothing to Izoduwa. I'm not a big man, but I'm not a poor man. That's because they don't know what we have achieving, outside the fact that we talk about Benin history, they don't know that some of us, Mario Bok, my staffs, my pay close to 300,000. Ukiuki. Why do I fight for the kingdom so much? I'm not fighting for Oba Ewuare II. People should understand this. I want people to be very clear about it. With my deep knowledge, it is beyond a personality. I am fighting for the Oba of Benin. And that is why people like us who fight for institutions are principled people. We don't back down. And people will say, what is the difference between Oba Ewuare II and Oba Ewuare and the Oba of Benin? They are big difference. Oba of Benin is the throne. The present occupant is Oba Ewuare II. That's not who I am fighting for. I am fighting for the throne. So that is why people like us can't be bought over. Because we are fighting for an internal institution. Institution that is almost 2060 years old. That is the institution that Izoduwa is fighting for. I'm not fighting for a 50 years institution. Institution he was alive when that institution was built. That's not the institution I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for a 2060 years old institution. That is why I don't care what people say about me. So when you say Oba Atokbe, you are not necessarily saying Oba Ewuare Atokbe. You are saying Oba Ewuare Atokbe. You are saying Oba Ewuare Atokbe. You are saying Oba Kenzwa Atokbe. You are saying Oba Ewuare Atokbe. You are saying Oba Ensonya Atokbe. You are saying this and this to all the Obas of Benin and to all the Ogisos of Benin. That's what it means. And that's what we say every day. We do not fight for a personality. We fight for the institution. And that is why people like us can never be silent, can never be bought over. So, people have also been asking me that why do you fight for the royal house? Why haven't been other royal children, the children of the hereditaries, the children of the Akenzwas, the children of the Ewuare, why are they not fighting the way you are fighting? And I told them that none of you know my story like I do. I know I am of the royal family. And we have done our research. When my grandfather and my father were still alive, we went to Enogie, where the princes of the realms, Enogie, station to investigate. And few months ago, our Kaigbe, we went to meet him and he said, why didn't we tell him Oba will not be ma? And that's when I got to find out that we are direct descendants of Oba Ewuare II. So I am a blue blood. If nobody is fighting for the existentiality of the royal line, I, Izoduwa, will fight. Because that is my line. So it is personal for those who want to know. To me. Series of threats. In the past 6 years, I'm this guy who has been threatened. 6 years ago, I will have boy or threat. But I'm still here. I'm going nowhere. It's only very pathetic that people could condescend so low to not remember where they are coming from. People could condescend so low to remember the history that makes them who they are. Someone called me yesterday, one of the sons of Ewuare, Chief Nosahari Ewuare. What I told him was this: Izoduwa has nothing to lose. My father was not a chief in the palace. My grandfather was not a chief in the palace. My great-grandfather was not a chief in the palace. I don't bear a prestigious name as an Edo man. My surname is Imashu, and that's the name of my great-grandfather. That is my surname. It was not a prestigious name in Benin Kingdom. But the point is this: if you fold your hands and watch the throne to be humiliated, that's what I told the son of Ewuare. If there is no Oba of Benin, there is no Ewuare. Know this and know that and know peace for the rest of your life. Know this and know that. Most of these people that are quiet and mute, if there is no throne, they themselves will not exist. And who is at loss? And who is at loss? Is it Izoduwa, that his father was not a chief, that his grandfather was not a chief, that his great-grandfather was not a chief? Now me will lose. Not me will lose. If there's no Oba Benin, there's no Enogie. Now me will lose. Now you won't hand, I will lose, not be me. Izoduwa saw him as a maswan. He was nothing. He was just a farmer in a village called Igbekwe in Yekoreon. He doesn't have a big name. Yeah, it's speculations. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm just trying to see I want people to see how stupid that they have been. I want these people to see how foolish, how myopic their minds are. So who is doing who? Who are you trying to do? Me, Izoduwa. Than Ewuare II that I shouldn't be speaking on this matter. You are not doing me. You are doing yourself. You're not doing me. You're doing yourself. I'm not the one who's going to lose the name. You. If the throne goes down, everything goes down with it. It's not going to happen. But I'm just telling people, I'm just trying to see how foolish they have been not to know that the institution that made you who you are, then you not expect me to be looking at you in high regards. I heard one of them, one of the young Enogie, say that by the time the true truth come out, the people will no longer be thinking. We made you who you are. Forget the fact that you are an Enogie. If I want to bring you down now, I bring you down. And I don't think you have up to 2-3 followers on social media anymore. So calm down. I have not picked your call. I have not replied any of the text messages you sent to me because I still didn't believe that you were part of these old men. But for the fact of what you've been saying in the past 3 days, we are beginning to think that you are part of them. And if Izoduwa wants to bring you down, you are nothing. Izoduwa will bring you down in 1 week. You Calloway. You know me too well and you respect me with the knowledge that I have. And I want to prove to you that if you take that path, it's a stupid and a foolish path that you will forever regret. And you will remain unpopular in the history of this land. Edi o mume o. Edi o mume. Now screenshot say not send the gume, not post it there now. Edi o mume. We say no give a talk, but not because of you people. Eti my soma John wa. Uyi ne domu iwa egbe uyi Oba eno. We respect you people because of the Oba. And that is the same Oba that you people said you want to be independent from. So we'll start disrespecting you people. I don't have any cause to call any of you and say Enogie I talk by. I'm no longer an Enogie. So why do you move? People, when I'm trying to be very open-minded, I try to want to settle the issues. Those who are not part of these conspiracies should go and clear off their name. But those who are part of it should remain. You cannot take this decision and you think that there will not be repercussions. You think that the Edo people will clap their hands for you for a job well done. But because you feel that you are aggrieved, that you have 1 or 2 things that you want to say against the palace. Come on, I know the things you want to say against the palace. That is why I came for the live video. I know the things you want to say against the palace, and that's why I came for the live video. 4 things. You have 4 reasons why you wrote, all of you are conspiring against the palace. 4 reasons. Reason number 1, you said, as the Oba of Benin is hereditary, so you are hereditary. So you should be respected and be on your own. Number 2, you said some of the Ohens, most especially you said the Odionmwere so that in other words, Odionmwere is seen as more powerful than you, and it's not supposed to be so. That's number 2 reasons. Number 3 reasons, you said you've not been paid. You will not have pay one state government that the palace has refused to pay you that money for years. That's your number 3 reasons. Your number 4 reasons is that there are some corrupt people in the palace. No, you or do I block over from getting the justice that you want to get? These are your 4 reasons. And I'm going to address each of these grievances in bits. One of the grievances are somehow genuine, but the other grievances, or 2 other grievances, on the matter of Odionmwere is perceived to be greater, and your title is hereditary, just like the title of the Oba is hereditary, is foolishness. When Iboma Hagedo, maybe 95%. Wamai Liledo. Even I act bear or a drink bear or aware era and all of that on your head. Maybe people should remind you of what your position, what you represent. You're just an ambassador of the Oba of Benin. I'm saying the word again. You are just an ambassador, a representative of the Oba of Benin. Odionmwere is not an ambassador of the Oba of Benin. Odionmwere is an institution of its own. I did a lecture 4 months ago. It's like maybe I knew this thing was going to creep up. Or was going to crop up. Of Odionmwere and Enogie, who is more powerful. In reality, why I didn't say Odionmwere was powerful more than you people, because I didn't want you people to feel less of yourself. But the truth is, Odionmwere is more powerful than Enogie. Yes. Izoduwa said so. Yes. Izoduwa said so. Odionmwere is more powerful. And I will prove it. Why? I said in that video that the highest decision-making forum that the tradition enables is Ogwedion. I said it. I bambana that the crisis in Aswene time. People should go and look at my previous video on Odionmwere versus Enogie. I said it, that the highest decision-making, even that type of Ogwedion, I fear Ewuare Ogwedion, and who is the head of that Ogwedion? It's Odionmwere and not Enogie. I said it. And the oldest traditional institution in Benin Kingdom is the Odionmwere ship. And Odionmwere ne ake ami ogisho ake ami oba maweta da do mi Enogie. Is the oldest system of governance in Benin Kingdom. Odionmwere ship. So when you see your Odionmwere in your respective communities, respect them. We have to start putting our history in the right perspective. You are just an ambassador of the Oba of Benin. And Odionmwere should not be seen in your class. So it's not being perceived that Odionmwere is more powerful than you. Yes, they are. The reason why people tend to see you higher than on Odionmwere is because you are a representative of the Oba of Benin. Oba Ewuare II. Oba Odionmwere. Oba Odionmwere. It's because Oba has enabled you. That is why the Edo people now accepted you to be Lord over them. Otherwise, you are not a Lord over Odionmwere. Know this and know peace. Know this and know peace. This festive period, how do you my leaders? Yeah. Well, the red wine. This red wine is not alcohol. Doctor said it's good for the heart. It's good for the heart. Let's go back now. They say their title is hereditary, just like the title of the Oba is hereditary. Oba Ewuare II. The only people who can say what they say, and it will make sense to me as me no by hereditary are the Edion. At the Edion. I've said it that the Uzamans are not Oba's chiefs. Oba Ewuare, but Oba Enogie. So your hereditary should not be compared to the hereditary of the Oba of Benin. The only people who can compare their own hereditary title with the hereditary title of the Oba of Benin are the Uzama. And I've already, in our subsequent classes, I've already established why Avembonegbe the bonne bonogi se boya wotedo enimi do. That just like this title will become hereditary on the royal line, so also this title will be hereditary in the house of the Olia, in the house of Edohen, in the house of Ezomon, in the house of Eho, in the house of Eholonire, and in the house of the Oloton. Avebo my be, may you do that way, you do an hour. Avebo may be, that way you do an hour. So you cannot compare your hereditary. Oba Ewuare, Oba makes it hereditary to you. Oba makes it possible that you are in that position, not the other way around. So you can't compare whatever hereditary title you think you possess. If you die now, who confirms, who agrees that your first son becomes your Oba? Is it you? No, it is the Oba. So when you are doing hereditary comparison, some chiefs that has a hereditary title, some of them are under a suspension. They are under suspension, isn't it? Are they not hereditary? But does that take their title from them? It doesn't take their title from them. But that does not mean that they cannot function in the capacity of that title. That is what you should know. The Oba has the right to suspend any hereditary title. The Oba can suspend any hereditary title. But what the Oba cannot do, the checks and balances, even to the power of the Oba of Benin, is that he cannot remove an hereditary title. Well, from today henceforth, this Enogie cease to exist as Enogie. Oba cannot do that. That we need, because if there are grievances, I say the way it is. Oba cannot remove any Enogie. Or mogi any no mogi. What Oba can do is to suspend that Enogie and can render that Enogie useless. Adwa in the next 50 years, Adwa Enogie kare oni obotero. And again Oba ya do ye no do forgiving ya. A boy or a jogger of the Oba that suspended them. I do trace the line and who is the first son? I do there be Megieninia. The Oba can suspend an hereditary title, but cannot remove or make to stop to exist. These are checks and balances to the Oba. That is why Iyase title, for whatever reasons, cannot be made to be hereditary, because that title is too powerful to be made hereditary. And the issues of salary. That they say that the Oba of Benin has refused to pay them their salary for years. No, I believe that no matter the grievances between the son and the father, I bring it to the public. Let's look at Chifute Tenegabi. He made a post this morning which I shared. Chifute Tenegabi, for whatever reasons that I'm not aware of, is under suspension from the palace. The Oba of the Benin has the power to suspend whoever he wants to suspend. But because Akoke Chifute Tenegabi say he's the son of the great Iyase Humphrey Omo Osaigi, alias B2, he has continued to use himself as an example. While he's under suspension, he has continued to preserve his cultural heritage. He has continued to defend the interest of the throne. He has continued to bring relevance to the throne of the Oba of Benin. That is a true patriot. No matter how wronged or how right, whatever his misdeed was to the Oba of Benin, he has proven to us all that come rain, come shine. Abi moge bayo amaona lawewa. The ones on moge by 2023 ni bon hulia ladian wegwani. Abi moge by, but I don't want to go there. But he has continued to defend the interest of the palace. The palace house is imperfections. The Oba of Benin is not God, but he's God representative on earth. But he's not God. So there are some specks of imperfections. But in all of these specks of imperfections, chiefs in the old have been rebelling against the palace, have been standing their ground against the palace, but I have never heard in all my years of taking time to study that any chiefs or Enogie has ever said that they want to be independent of the Oba. We are chiefs who are sworn in the time that Lagwai, because of the injustice that they perceived that some persons did, that but not to say that you don't want him to be your father anymore. These are issues that we must now trash. No matter their reasons, no matter what they come out to say, no matter their reasons, no matter what they come out to say, it is not enough that the throne that made you who you are, that now made you relevant. That Obama may no Ewuare with Professor Gregory Akenswana have the gods. I'm giving you an example now to now say that he doesn't want to be under the Oba of Benin anymore. That's how my mind, Enogie. Will he have the guts to challenge the authority of the Oba of Benin? Because I'm waiting. Oh, yeah, I'm waiting. And on waiting is what you are not despising. Have you Odionmwere? Or what have you? I don't think that is a correct thing to do. It is abominable. It's an abomination. Irrespective of your grievances, there are good practical ways for us to settle this thing in-house. There are better ways. There are better ways. Whatever grievances that you have, there are better ways. There, Ediabe na fie boundary o, Enogie, Yamawe na ya gia. Then because of that, una ya sign ebe. Also him. The Oba of Benin knows the boundary between your community and the next community. That has not prompted your hatred against the throne. You could have liaised with people like us. I do go back. I mean, man, Yahweh. Neguamagie. Uwe guava na ko boku be 2023 na ya hulinya kwa. Then wherever you want to be independent. All's working. Does that make you sensible? And some of these people think that we can't talk to them the way we want to talk to them. I was war. None of us come to your houses to beg for anything. Are you aware? Izoduwa has never been to any of your houses to say, Dori, you go no one. Not the other way around. Mana be you go no one. Not the other way around. The respect we give you, the mana, edega gbe magade form an actual wa. Enogie ga talk be. It's from the palace. Awe ba mayago wa, awe gwa mayago wa. Abi you guys don't know. Without we looking at the palace. Me tie Enogie at. Why come we? Me at any of you now Enogie talk be. Me at any of you now that Enogie talk be. Me. They are here, bo. They do why. Mana, You are using the name of the Oba of Benin to clear ways for yourself. And that's the name of the Oba of Benin that you said you want to be independent from. Oga hawe na gini. Umuno wiwe. Oga hawe so that no ya mwe, we are to go and seek for the independence. Omanuwariri to Amurionke is going to leave in less than 2 years. What becomes of you? Oba is not leaving anytime soon. The Oba of Benin never leaves. Are you aware? Never leaves. So, I don't know why our people are not smart. I don't know what is wrong with our people. At a time where we should be united, we are disuniting ourselves. To what end do you think? You want to also be like Enogie II, so that you can be frolicking with politicians, so that you no longer have checks and balances, so that you people can do anything that pleases you people. Esunu. Edede sunu. Ibesunu. Ibesunu. Ekwe amuwaya. Anybody no video boy you waye kene o kaye o wane. O especially ave John Anero. Ave Enogie, ave John Anero. Yan gaye no wane bia kan you we ne. Then ekeni adie emi ya zedoni ori hirise keni akede wa me long life ahead of you people. Ya ka deceive one. He have the young enige ya he one. Then have no robo nokpa. Ya ka he wa only ikpa in about 2 years from now. Then if the layoto will because yank your mind. Mine ya wo but yank your mind. Death is inevitable for all man, for all living things. Now I will and then I do who are you. Then what becomes of you? Again, if you do who you are in the streets of Benin, then you now actually know that you are not actually relevant. The only relevance that you had was the relevance that the Oba of Benin gave to you. Ikiawo kata evedero etanse no nyae. Ikiawo etanse no wa ken ewe ewunu wa gba ori ori wa hiwo. Most of the Enogie are not indigenous, not all of them. Not all Enogie. Some Enogie were not all Enogie are Oba's sons. Oba's sons. Not all Enogie. That is very correctly. Some Enogie were natural rulers of their place, and Oba of Benin confirmed the title for them. So some Enogie are from the community that they preside over, but they are about 10 to 15%. But the larger percentage is that all those Enogie, they are from Oba. It's just to tell the Enogie of Ewuare II to return back to Oba. If you are Ewuare II, then you go that Ewuare. What becomes of him? Because he was accepted there because of the Oba of Benin. They were accepted there because of the Oba of Benin. So like I said, if I was the governor of Edo State, or any of these patriotic Edo person was the governor of Edo State, Izoduwa will not even sweat over the letter that this ungrateful Enogie wrote. Izoduwa will not sweat over it. If a patriotic Edo man or a governor, I sweat. Because it requires except the governor approves it. So if I was a patriotic Edo man or the governor, in fact, be down. Be down. Yeah, the reason they did what they did is because they know the person there, how there is a rivalry between that person there and the palace of the Oba of Benin. That's why they did what they did. They Izoduwa every day they have letter, every man sign, even they have be 3 days. Forever imagining, forever thinking such. I'm not saying people are not opined to their opinions. I haven't said that people cannot think for themselves. But there's a level of how you think too. It becomes foolish and stupid. Na tie ozuo no makon o ke no mazio se wa ze zio ni we do ge ya zio na gbere ma o de ido ye na wa no do kon na azigbi oni ukire wo but ya mazi ya gi zio ni ya do zio se kine o he kine o ma me won se ona do wa u kon ni ya. You cannot think beyond the limit of sensibility. Otherwise, it becomes foolish. Your thought becomes foolish. That's the level that their greed has thrown them into. What are they fighting for? They want to be in charge. In charge of what? The land, their domain. But that a domain that they want to be in charge of. We never, if you don't want to be loyal to the Edo, to the Oba of Benin, do you think the Edo people will be loyal to you? Whoever is pushing these people is not pushing them well. Oh. Whoever is leading these people is not leading them well. You don't want to be loyal to the Oba of Benin. They want the Edo people to be loyal to you. Ha! Yeah. Will you not put gun on my head to be loyal to you as an Enogie? Edo ye. They Oba were Republican people. Oh. I was one Beluwa because I am one na more and or going the matter, which is the Oba of Benin. Where we do more the governor of Edo State. If you do Kuro Maya Matia Bonaya Mamwe Bogbe, Yamari Ringo the Ate to Basaki Sun. Edo Wanasunu. Will it happen anywhere in Nigeria? We are fearless people. If Oba by whatever gives a verdict and says that Ana may no gain any of the domain Agbiya, Ime akagwale no gain or control will live video na ni salu be via o kane. Or just to tell him that we heard what the Oba said, and even he tested. I want to test the microphone. Do you think if the Oba speaks today on this matter, that there will be peace in Benin? Benin will be restless. Then you people will know that the Oba is too powerful. Yes. If the Oba say now, say all this Enogie, say they are under suspension, say they're not recognizing. The next available Enogie, even if you do anything or not do anything, I will all go meet up for I confirm or be. When you tested the microphone Oba tiny. But they are no longer relevant. Do you think any of you will still be relevant? Oh, the wala. Are you guys? Cool. One of the stakeholders meetings that Izoduwa has heard. Not let Edo people begin to troop in from overseas for this matter. If case not take care of Nige na show, even ya to be so agbelu be for being recalcitrant, for trying to betray the Oba of Benin. Even ya to be oh boy baba uriebe boy wak bobi oh warning. You have disrespected the Oba of Benin, not disrespected. Onise Gwini as young boy. They think that what they are doing is for their own good. I am your one. I might have grievances. I called one of the Enogie when I didn't know they were planning, and I told them that I currently have a grievance against what happened to me. About 1 or 2 persons in the palace. Yes. I have my own grievances, 1 or 2 grievances against, not the palace now, against 1 or 2 persons in the palace. But that is not enough for me to say palace is yours. Because 1 or 2 unscrupulous human in the palace are averting the judgment. What we need to do is to unite to take the bad eggs from our midst. If they had come out and said, this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. Of him, we do. Now, allow that there are some bad people amongst us. There are some bad people within the palace cycle. Izoduwa will come out and support you people. Other Benin patriots will come out and support you people. Oh, let me see how you guys are going to win this. A strategy of wow. But let me tell you what you people do not know. Wama on hage do rokba. Wa rokba pa on hage do. Unyin en wanye no wa nye. If any of you were aware of the history of this land, why some of us cannot do what some persons can do is because we know the history of this land too well. I mean, Nimamayaka challenge the existence of the Oba of Benin all throughout the history. But the Oba of Benin is still there. They are no longer there. The palace is still there, but they are no longer there. The palace is still there, but they are no longer there. Everybody will come and go. Soldier go, soldier come. The barrack remains. Soldier go, soldier come. The palace remains. Enogie go, Enogie come. The palace remains. Ohaimoba goes, Ohaimoba returns. The palace remains. Wisdom is profitable to those who understand what it means. Wisdom. Talk. Wawoba may pay our salary for years. Izoduwa led his group, Association of Great Benin Descendants. We gave Inya or Nyeke 181 pieces of tubers of healthy yam. I mean, animami we yakian le Ewuare 181 tubers of yam. 6 goats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bag of rice. Kola nuts. Otuori Maga Association ya yimu agiegwa. Upona. And egwamai power ema oni maya akin top ni mari wo fi ekpo. All this Enogie unu ya yimu agiegwa. What the Oba have said, why the salaries of these people were withheld, was that all the lands, all the properties that you sell, what do you use it for? Unu ya ever way ya empower gbera na ya mu unisa no abe inya no zinia abi kebeni kwa unu ya way ya empower. You people take people's land, you do it all. You know, you take a Benin man's land and a Edo man's land, you sell it to an Igbo man or Yoruba man. Even I was with my mentor yesterday, Mr. Oba by phone. He told me something that about 12 years ago, that some high respected Odionmwere chiefs, they were selling. You know, there is someone here. Why are you wedding? Pin. These are palaces. They were almost selling their respective traditional houses. They were almost selling their respective traditional houses. They went to tell Oba Ewuare of blessed memory and said that these people are not the owners of these traditional houses. So They are tenants. The Oba of Benin owns this house. So, as an Ezomo Ewuare, the palace of the Ezomo belongs to the Oba of Benin. You are just a tenant. You are an occupant. As an Enogie, your palace is not your own. You are a tenant. It belongs to the Oba of Benin. So, therefore, you cannot sell it. In the first place, Oba Ewuare II, you don't have right over that property, that traditional property. It doesn't belong to you. You will die tomorrow. And Oba will have to put your son there. You cannot put your son there. So that traditional institution that is surrounding your stool belongs to the throne, the Oba of Benin. Yeah, it's so not to kill Boriwa. Otherwise, Oda is almost house. If this station road before a sawmill road, can I hear? You know, do I want to do? Can you hear it? And I can't tell you. It don't end motor. In short, where I knew that when I was still doing CFO for properties, Otonowari eke doing one club and hotel. More with the CFO ni. E doing on. So these people think that their role is to sell lands. Those are not their roles. Be an ambassador. Bring peace and tranquility. So if you say that the Oba has withheld your salary for these months or for years, he had requested that I would tell you and walking ne wari wogehu etu wayimu etu wawemiro baged why which you are compelled to do by tradition. Why even where and at the end of the day you people are still taking salary. I'm not saying it's all Enogie that sells land though. There are a lot of Enogie that are in deep wounded, deep Orion that need development in my seva. But all of these people, if you now think that, oh well, it is legitimate for me to have the salary because I do not sell land, because Akua as one, no time no yasuno omo, when I say okay, me go no heke no ame we uki. Like I said, if issues were like this, that was part of the issues, you people could have. There are other dispute resolution ways that you could have gone about it. I didn't mention names now, but I just hope and pray that you people have a rethink. Because the fight you want to start Arioko nyanya Amai okuni minohayafue. The fight or the war that you guys are brewing, you do not know how, the extent that it might consume you people. So wakiri, for those who have sense, either way, some will be used as a scapegoat, certainly. If you have the mind to do what you've done, that means in 20 years from now, 10 years from now, you have the mind to do it again. So some people will be used to set examples. Those ones that are going to be used are the pioneering founders of this nefarious attitude. I don't know what Carlo told him. Nenuya were number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, I say number 7 or so. I didn't set example. So that you will know that you cannot take a decision. There are always consequences for every decision every man or woman takes on planet Earth. Some people refer to such consequences as the law, the internal law of karma. Whatever consequences that you fake has its own ripple effect. So no allow wakiri wo edomo yi uyi noro bagbe. You know, I have traveled. Thank God some of our people here have also traveled with me and see how the Oba of Benin is revered all over these places. Outside Edo State, nobody talks about Godwin Obaseki. But when you move and go to Delta, when you move and go to Bayelsa, when you move and go to River State, Oba is like a god over there. We were in a kingdom in River State where there were community issues. One of the kings said, we cannot settle these community issues until our father, the Oba of Benin, that's Ewoni and Akba, 800 years ago, they still see the Oba of Benin as their father. Then they were privileged to be with the Oba. Odoionmwere II in Edotia Oyamagele. It's just pitiful. Go to most of the Royal Majesty's palaces. The Oba of Benin photograph is adorning the walls of respectable palaces. Then why? No heki, no tobamu, tengwamu, Odoionmwere II. You did baggy. You your boss here, no. And if you can't go, you go to work benign now, when so my so near me go, my why in 1 week. You go to have not in why so no you are, and you so who I so zona. Money me go, may my deafy, my why in 1 month. Some in 1 week, my why. It's just shameful. It's just shameful. Our own money. Benin was not a society that money moves. Money didn't move our society. What moved our society was our tradition, was truth, was patriotism, was spirit of excellence. Tangible things was what moved our society. And our truth was what was used in building Benin. Loyalty is one of the foundation of this land. People were unduly loyal. In the old, when the Oba tells you jump, the only question you will ask the Oba of Benin is how high? Not Yisa, Yasa. The question they will ask, how high do you want me to jump, Your Majesty? Then one of the Enogie was called and he said, times have changed. Civilization has come to stay. Who owns the civilization? Who said that Benin people are civilized? We are backward. Do you know when Benin people were civilized? Before Rude de Sequeira came in 1472, that's when Benin people were civilized. What you think that we are today is not civilization. It's backwardness. The Benin people were at the peak of their greatness in the 15th century or 16th century before the influences of the white people. We are currently not civilized. We are backward as a people. I think these people have to be trained and taught. They are civilized. The kind of civilization that we had. We are no longer civilized. And some people are forcing us to be like the white people. Civilization, we are backward. We were civilized in the 15th century. Some of us who are knowledgeable enough is trying to tell you that we should go back to 15th century when we were civilized. We are being stupid now. This is backwardness. This is backwardness. The white people, the Europeans, took us 1,000 backward Any civilization, you know, Edo people are not aware. The democracy you call democracy, as to what has it achieved in our lives, that we are no longer in the era of the Obas of Benin. But in our Obas of Benin, 600 years ago, when read this modern era Benin artifact, what was done 600 years ago is still what has put us in the map. Has any governor of Edo State put Edo people in the world map? None. As Obaseki put us, is it because of Obaseki the Benin people are respected all over the world, or the Edo people? No. Is it because of Oshomole? No. Is it because of Ibinedi or Osumbo or whoever has become the administrative head of this land? No. It's because of the Obas of Benin. The world still respect us, still talk about us today. It's because of the deeds of the 15th, 16th century, where we were truly civilized, where we were truly governed by probable great rules and regulations. We are no longer civilized. We are backward as a people. You think the mushroom development that these people give to you is what makes you civilized? People are dying at the age of 40. In the old, people were dying in 90s, 100s, and 120. And you think this is a civilization? In what way do you think? People live more healthy. People live longer. We had more prosperity. We had a clean city. We had a city that the world envied. Who is envying Benin now? This land of debts. Who is envying Benin? Yeah, I heard the other day they were happy for street lights. A street light that the Benin people invented. Were the first people to use street lights in the entire world. After 700 years or 800 years of inventing street lights, a bando you go a street lights. We are backward as a people, and this Enogie do not know. We are migrating. A street light in I invent. That the world has gone. The world has now civilized. If I have my way to be in the presence of the revered Oba of Benin, I will tell him, Epa, this Enogie, give them 6 months training. Training. When I will make symposium, you know, if you want to graduate, you see winner. They will not say you go to 2 months training, 2 weeks training. And then let them give them 6 months training. They should be trained. Every Enogie that must be installed now in Benin, that the Oba of Benin, must first of all, will have to create a training program for them. Because to them, they think that frolicking with politicians and selling land is the function of Enogie. They don't even know the function. Enogie ha. When I galvanize, red cap you, I'm performing a better function as Enogie than any of them even combined together. Am I not the one who is defending Benin? Are the sons of Arkansas in the misbehave? Are workers? A lot of this Enogie. Every answering. I'm also an answering. Nigi igual Enogie. Niguana. Are they more Benin than us? What we have done, have they done it? Since Nivi Leife, if you back a little ma honku with social media, when me are rock bano buayo, manapa. Now we that are not blue blood, now we're blue blood. We are the one who's defended the history. So if not we, all of them, most of this Enogie Nana would have bundled all of them. Have you had effect? Have you had effect? Because people have been saying that Obas of Benin are from Ife. Man, we defend the Mama. Otherwise, if it was actually true, which is not true, that the Obas of Benin came from Ife, it's just to bundle all of this in Enogie. I drop in and we leave. Because if I am Akere. But we are still the same persons who is defending them. They are the same people who are benefiting from the system that are still trying to destroy the system. I mean, time everything Azaga na Izoduwa of a table na Enogie. But what you need on Ania? You know, Ania on Agba. Matebonia, but I'm just pained that this is what they are not doing. After this video now, it's why we team we are threatening me. I am used to being threatened. Why if you threatening me, I'll come back 3 days or 4 days. If you do a live video, it's about no direct. What about no direct? Do what do be me work be me wa. Do obono be who work by you wa. Do time. So, for the fact that you continue to threaten me does not change what I believe and the principles that I believe. Yes, now. Yes, now. Now we dey defend them. But the fact, otherwise, some of them they say Benin people for they slap them for their community, say they come from Arab, Abi, or they come from. Not be we see they say no. Now be direct descendant of Ikala. Now when they defend them, now then they benefit. Now then see when they run our bite to a low. It's a pathetic thing. People are just benefiting from the system, while we are just suffering for the system. Me go 100 naira. People know me. People can bear me witness. Ale mani wa he ekuyan ye bebebe. Oyewe egwayo ni wa he since. Because my only many akawa nyafu many again nyafu that ni have me ya do level abegwayo Oba Ewuare. Oh, I'm sure the present Oba of Benin is a businessman. I'm sure he has revenue houses to generate his money. What is stopping an Enogie man from being a businessman? You are supposed to have your business and not use and not think that the Enogie is supposed to be a way to exploit the land. You are supposed to be working. You are supposed to be working. You are supposed to have a place where you walk. Why are you winner? You winner, we go well. And one here, hotel. Work hard for your money. You do tie. Obo 1 UK. Selling of land is not the function of an Enogie. That's never been. Dollar away. Why is no top? Repair your land. Even if you sell land, use it to develop your people. How many of you have brought industry to your communities? How many of you have brought electricity to your community? How many of you have given scholarship to community youths? How many of you have been doing empowerment program? You don't do all of that. But what you do is to eat and eat and eat. So that's why you want your independence. Why me? Oh, Zen you while. Why ya winner? Why ya winner? Why ya winner? So, anyway, on a lighter note, I believe that if there are grievances, let us all come together and find ways to resolve. this fighting amongst ourselves needs to stop. Everybody who has kept quiet, I've said it before, I'm not saying it. Why I need to know it? Izoduwa is not a beneficiary from the palace. Most of you who have kept quiet are beneficiaries from the palace. I am, they need your boss you while. Izoduwa is not a beneficiary from the palace. If anybody tells you that the palace put me under a salary, if a baba na a hand will pay, I will reject. Do you know why? Oba Ewuare, and what I do for the palace is not monetary, it's not to benefit anything. If I want to go overseas, I have a very good account. I have an incredible account statement that most countries will accept me. What do I hear? I'm a real estate developer. But we have good track financial records. So, what I'm saying inherently, if this Enogie can think outside the box, a lot of Edo people will be willing to invest in their communities, to bring industrial farming, to bring rehousing estate development, they don't think outside the boxes. Ideas rules the world. It is not about selling 100 by 200 and brings development. If you think outside the boxes, a lot of Edo person, if an Enogie comes out and say, we want to do a business conference for Edo indigenes to attract them. When I have governors with a business conference, I have invited expert, I invited Dangote $10 when I do say government. I have Enogie now, I have business conferences. That will invite. They will now say, okay, I'm ready to bring this. I'm ready to bring 100 hectares of land for any Edoma who wants to go into farming for free. Then, but the land does not belong to you. But whatever thing you want to do, you now employ the indigenes of the state. You've created employment while you still own your land for a period of time. And any pressure are now coming in, we bring development. Think outside the boxes. There's so much. A state government that now see you doing that, he wants to now give you road. He wants to now give you electricity. Because you're already thinking outside the box. Why is he only? Why lie? Why is on quick money? Everyone's there. Don't think outside the boxes. No, I don't want you people reading meaning. I'm just saying, whether it's a account statement and all of that. I'm just saying that whatever that is needed to get me to travel all over the world, I think I almost have it. I have a genuine business. I have. So that's what we are saying. It doesn't really matter. The highest I've traveled to is Ghana. I travel out here is Ghana. So what I'm just saying is that work hard, don't wait, don't be lazy. All the things that you will get or have eventually will fall into place eventually. So now loud, now kobokube. I am pleading for those who feel that they have been neglected by the palace. In my own capacity as a master, I am pleading. Let us come together. Have a green, have a settle. So if you also said I have insulted you since, why gui? You know, we are moving. Oh, how we want, you know, I mean, no, why we want. So why agree? But Nedogama, no Selogama, Oba Ewuare, mani we do necessary be Ewuare. You understand? So, no, I'm done with the live program. I'm in a happy mood. I just want everybody to understand the exigencies and grievances of what has happened in this couple of months. It is not easy. We are fought every three months. We don't even know what next he will do. We don't even know what next he will do. We don't even know what next he will do. But we could only beg, no salobwa, no zege when we back, so that nedu de gbe den. Onwe ma gbe before now we carry Izoduwa is always trying to get is trying to do proper. I don't do live videos for money. None of my account is monetized. I don't even know how people monetize this account. I legitimately work for my money. Some people have insulted me before now and said that he ain't a winner. But when they now came to my office and saw what I have achieved in the past 2 years, they were thrilled. But I love this land and that's why I'm here. My people, they enjoy as I talk to you. Anyway, it's usually it's even the time to rest. You work from January till mid-December or third week of December. So we use it 2 weeks to rest. You understand? So anything I do is not for anybody to clap for me and say that Iwuna is good and all of that. But what I'm just trying to say is that we have to come together. The quarrel is too much. The quarrel, one problem to the other. The governor working and all of that. Why can't we resolve our problems within ourselves? I'm begging. Because why I'm pleading, if this matter degenerates beyond this, a time will come. Some of these people will regret ever taking these steps. Because the Oba is the umbrella that covers everybody. Why Edo people are calm? Imagine if the Oba had not called us to stop that rally. I'm sure that the governor won't be doing what he's doing now. If Izoduwa was allowed to lead that protest that day, I don't think Edo would have recovered from that in 1 year. Because we wanted to prove to him that to us as an Edo man, Oba O Salobo and Madege, that is not to undermine the place of the government. People should not get me wrong. The government is a very powerful institution. But as an Edo man, unapologetically, the Oba of Benin, my Oba of Benin, is greater than any state government or any federal government. If you have a contrary opinion, that is your opinion. I have my own opinion. And that is what I believe in as an Odoma. But that is not to say that the state government is not a powerful institution. I'm only saying my own traditional institution in which the Oba of Benin is the supreme head. is greater than any governmental institution, because he has been with us during the bad and the good times of this land. When Benin was defeated by the British in 1897, when the British defeated us in 1897, he was the one that was humiliated, not your father. In short, some families in Benin benefited from the humiliation of the Oba of Benin. Everybody knows the family I'm talking about. So, that is what I'm saying. Allow. Let us unite to fight our common enemies. Let us unite to fight. Thank you, my God brother. Thank you, my God brother. Lawe. Bokate Lawe. Thank you. I had to admonish and acknowledge one of our Ghanaian, our God people, probably from Nongwa. Thank you, my brother. So, it was a tough year. I just hope 2023 will not be as tough as 2022 for all of us, in terms of all of the quarrels and all of the issues and all of the problems. So I have to go get dressed now, and I have to move now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Why I was so I think I've done almost 1 hour 40 minutes. So thank you very much. Obama talk by yourself. So I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys very soon. If anything comes up, like the things that came up, that they said they will soon do their own video to explain to the Edo people why they want to be independent. The reasons they cite is the Oba of Benin is hereditary, just like the hereditary, which I've countered. They talked about Odionmwere are not getting more influential than them, which I told them the truth. That originally Odionmwere is the oldest traditional institution in Edo land, and as such, Odionmwere is really powerful than them. The major reason that Odionmwere is not powerful, is not seen to be powerful than them, is because Oba Ewuare II on your seal. Nana meant is Odionmwere. I mentioned that. Then the salary I pay. Why the salary was withheld? Because they have been misbehaving. Then that they don't get justice from the palace the way they used to. And I agree with them on that. Everyone has been a victim of that. And I said it is better we come together and collectively fight those bad eggs within the palace premises, so that Miami Obama yaga, the Miami Obama gasi. I don't know Obama talk, but I'll see you when any other thing comes up. What I always say. So my red wine remains. Cheers to all the fighters, all the. I bet Muna not come on my position. I have officially given myself an official position. Oba Ewuare II Gidigan, #1 foot soldier. You can call me Oba Ewuare II 001. My #1 foot soldier, Oba Ewuare II. If you want problem from Izoduwa, try and collect that title from me. I'm with title ni me Izoduwa, I'm with title ni negbe 001 of Oba Ewuare II. So that is my official title now. Oba Ewuare II 001. That is #1 foot soldier. So they are Wulu and they are Wulu. You understand? So I don't care. Why I always say about talk by say